Hi, I'm Dr. Mel Gill. I'll be meeting you on October 30th in a seminar called Yinfluence. And in that seminar, I'll be defining some different ways in which you can use that inner power called yin energy, as opposed to having that external energy force, which is called yang energy. Now, I realize it sounds a little bit mm, mystical, it sounds a little bit Eastern philosophy ish. But when you start to look at how we are in nature, you take a look at feminine qualities as opposed to masculine qualities, and you realize that both genders, male and female, exhibit some tendencies towards some of these things, these physical characteristics as well. Somewhere along the way, you have to realize that there are differences in behavior for both genders. Now, how do you bring these together? How do you make communication that much easier? That's what the whole seminar is all about. Recognizing those different traits and understanding where we go from there. Now, along the way, though, the organizers of the seminar asked me to answer some questions, personal questions, some of them, and some of them relevant. Let me answer the ones that I think are fairly relevant. This particular question: can you give me some examples of yin power and how does it apply to us women who need to deal with the boys' club? She goes on further to say, I was at a negotiation workshop yesterday, and that was for women. There's a lot of talk about what we shouldn't do and what we should do, and I felt almost like it was wrong to be in a woman's body. It seems unfair, doesn't it? That just because you are a woman, that people would judge you differently. See, there are masculine aspects of your behavior. Um, Example, sometimes you could be logic centered, and when you're logic centered, you tend to want to also exhibit that part of you that is male thinking. Most male thinking patterns are this: linear logical. If this, then this; if not this, then that. There's also several different kinds of thinking patterns. It's not that women do not think logically, they do. But there's also a holistic way of thinking as well that comes from several different sides, several different ways of looking at things. A sense of feeling, a sense of instinct that digs in at some point. So instinctual logic as opposed to logic that is linear logical and definable may be one of those separators, and you get that typical male eye roll. Okay, tell me about how you feel. More times than not, that instinct has saved a lot of business deals. Somewhere along the way, I teach people something called executive ultramind. And what is that? Well, executive ultramind is going into that inner core of your being and recognizing that there is a voice within you that speaks, and that voice is not necessarily one that's responsive to the external world, not necessarily one that's reactive to the external world, but one that is strategic in its nature of expression. And that's what yin quality is all about: to be strategic in the nature of your expression. If you can control that strategy, if you can control the amount of energy you expend to get that particular result that you desire, that's the quality I'm talking about. That's the yin energy we're talking about. And that's what I'm going to be teaching you pretty much the whole day on October 30th. We'll be discussing several different aspects, several different qualities, what it is that you can do, and exercises that can actually build up these qualities. I look forward to seeing you.